One of the biggest reasons beginners feel overwhelmed by AI app building is not because the ideas are too difficult, it's because the internet throws too many tools at them too quickly. One video says, use Cursor. Another says, no, use Replit. Then somebody else says, you need Firebase. Then another person says, Bolt is the future. Then suddenly you hear, Google AI Studio, Lovable AI agents, APIs, workflows, automation databases. And within 20 minutes, many beginners quietly think, I have absolutely no idea what anybody is talking about. The good news is this confusion is completely normal, because most people are learning tools before understanding the ecosystem. Imagine trying to learn football by memorizing every shoe brand before understanding the rules of the game. That would feel ridiculous, but that's exactly how many beginners approach AI app building. So in this lesson, we're slowing everything down. No complicated jargon, no technical overload, no coding tutorials. You are simply going to understand what the major AI app tools actually do, why different tools exist, how these tools connect conceptually, why beginners keep hearing certain names repeatedly, and how the modern AI app ecosystem fits together. By the end of this lesson, the AI world will stop feeling like random chaos. You'll finally understand the big picture. And honestly, once beginners understand the ecosystem, their confidence usually changes very quickly. Before we talk about specific tools, let's simplify the entire AI app ecosystem first. Because most beginners think apps are built using one magical platform, that's usually not how it works. Think about building a house. You might need bricks, electricity, plumbing, furniture, paint, windows. Different parts serve different purposes. Apps work similarly. Some tools help with app design, workflows, databases, AI conversations, automation, storage, app generation, user accounts. The important thing is not memorizing everything immediately. The important thing is understanding roles, because once you understand roles, the ecosystem becomes much easier to follow. The biggest mistake beginners make. Most beginners try to learn every tool at once. That usually creates panic. They watch 17 tutorials, 42 TikToks, 9 YouTube videos, endless Twitter threads, and eventually everything blends together into confusion. The easier approach is this. Do not think, I must master every platform. Think, what role does this tool play? That question simplifies everything, because tools may change over time, but the roles behind them stay surprisingly similar. Understanding the AI app ecosystem like a team. Here's one of the easiest ways to understand the ecosystem. Imagine building an app is like running a small business team. Different people handle different responsibilities. Some tools help create the app, some help organize information, some help AI communicate, some help store data, some help automate actions. Once you understand that, the ecosystem stops feeling random. It starts feeling organized. What Replit actually is. Let's begin with Replit. You hear this name constantly in AI app conversations. Many beginners assume it's some magical AI machine. The simpler explanation is this. Replit is a platform that helps people experiment, create, organize, and build software projects more easily online. One reason people like Replit is because it reduces setup friction. Beginners do not always want complicated installations or technical preparation. They want a smoother entry point. This is why Replit became popular in beginner AI app discussions. It makes experimentation feel more approachable. Now remember, you do not need to become an expert immediately. Right now, your goal is conceptual understanding. Think about Replit as a beginner-friendly environment where people experiment with app ideas and AI-assisted creation. That explanation is enough for now. What Cursor actually does. Now let's talk about Cursor. Cursor became popular because it heavily focuses on AI-assisted development support. Again, beginners often misunderstand this. Cursor is not just press button, become billionaire. The easier way to understand Cursor is this. It helps people work with AI during software creation. Think of it like an AI-enhanced workspace. People use it because AI can help explain code, suggest improvements, generate structure, reduce repetitive work, speed up workflows. Notice the pattern again. AI reduces friction. That theme keeps appearing because it explains almost everything happening in modern AI app building. What Firebase actually does. Firebase sounds intimidating to many beginners, but conceptually it's much simpler than people think. Firebase helps apps manage important background systems. Think about apps needing things like user accounts, databases, storage, authentication, app support systems. Firebase helps handle those kinds of responsibilities. Now, beginners often panic when they hear the word database. Don't. A database is basically organized information storage. That's all. Think about customer information, bookings, messages, user details, saved preferences. Apps need places to organize and retrieve information. That's where systems like Firebase help. Again, you are learning the role, not the technical setup. That difference matters. What Google AI Studio is. Google AI Studio focuses more on experimenting with AI models and AI interactions. The important beginner idea is this: it allows people to explore how AI responds, communicates, and behaves. This matters because AI app building increasingly involves conversations, prompts, instructions, AI-generated outputs, workflow interactions. People use platforms like Google AI Studio to understand AI behavior conceptually and creatively. Again, you do not need technical mastery right now. You simply need awareness of what role these platforms play in the ecosystem, what Bolt and Lovable are trying to do. You'll also hear names like Bolt, Lovable. These platforms became popular because they focus heavily on helping people generate apps faster using AI guidance. Now, this is where beginners sometimes become unrealistic. They think, so AI does absolutely everything for me? Not exactly. The better way to understand these tools is they help accelerate creation. They help people move from idea, visible structure faster. That's extremely important psychologically, because seeing ideas become visible increases motivation, and motivation helps beginners continue learning. Why beginners feel tool anxiety? This is very common. People start hearing best AI for coding, best AI app builder, best no-code platform, best workflow tool, and suddenly they feel pressure to pick the perfect tool immediately. The truth is, most beginners are worrying about tools too early, because tools are easier to switch than mindset. Foundational understanding matters more at the beginning. This is why this course keeps focusing on thinking, workflows, problem solving, communication, app logic. Those skills transfer across many platforms. Understanding AI workflows simply. Now let's simplify another important term, workflow. A workflow is simply the sequence of steps something follows. That's it. Imagine ordering food online. The workflow may look like customer orders, payment happens, restaurant receives request, food gets prepared, driver delivers food. Apps also follow workflows. For example, user signs up, information gets stored, AI responds, notifications get sent, data updates. Understanding workflows is becoming extremely important in AI app thinking, because apps are basically organized systems helping things happen more efficiently. Why AI tools work better together? Many beginners think one platform does everything. Usually apps involve multiple systems working together conceptually. Think about a cafe again. You may have coffee machines, payment systems, chairs, menus, staff, lighting. Different pieces support the overall experience. Apps work similarly. Some tools focus on AI interactions, storage, workflows, interfaces, communication, automation. The ecosystem becomes easier once you stop searching for one magical tool. Why people keep saying the future belongs to builders? You'll hear this phrase often online, but what does it actually mean? It doesn't mean everybody becomes a professional software engineer overnight. The bigger idea is this: people who can turn ideas into useful systems may have more opportunities in the future. That includes creators, consultants, educators, freelancers, founders, community builders, small business owners, because digital tools increasingly shape how people work and communicate. And AI is lowering some barriers to experimentation. Again, experimentation matters enormously. Why simplicity wins for beginners. This lesson is not about making you feel behind. It's about helping you realize you do not need to understand everything immediately. Many beginners destroy their confidence trying to learn every tool, every trend, every platform, every technical term. That approach usually creates burnout. The better approach is gradual understanding. Learn what tools do, why they exist, how they connect, what role they play. That foundation becomes extremely powerful later. The real reason AI app building feels so different. This is important. Traditional software creation often felt hidden behind technical walls. Now beginners can interact with creation more conversationally. That psychological shift changes participation. People who once thought, "I could never build anything," are now thinking, "Maybe I can learn this." That mindset change is one of the biggest stories in AI app building right now. Not the tools themselves, the human behavior shift, why you should stop comparing yourself to experts. This matters more than many beginners realize. You are seeing experienced creators online who already spent years, experimenting, failing, learning systems, understanding workflows. So do not panic if everything feels unfamiliar initially. Nobody starts confident. The goal right now is familiarity, not mastery. And honestly, understanding the ecosystem conceptually already puts beginners ahead of many people who only chase hype blindly. The hidden opportunity most people ignore. Many people are focused on becoming AI experts, but there may be huge opportunities simply becoming organized, observant, adaptable, solution-focused, good at communication, good at understanding workflows, because AI tools still need human direction, and humans who understand problems clearly often become very valuable. Let's bring everything together clearly. Today you learned how the AI app ecosystem works conceptually, why different tools exist, what Replit does conceptually, what Cursor focuses on, why Firebase matters, what Google AI Studio helps people explore, why Bolt and Lovable became popular, what workflows are, why beginners should stop obsessing over tools too early, why foundational understanding matters more than hype. Most importantly, you learned this. The AI app ecosystem is not random chaos. It's a collection of tools helping humans create, organize, automate, and solve problems more efficiently. Once beginners understand that, the fear usually starts shrinking. Before the next lesson, spend a few minutes thinking about this question. Which part of the AI app ecosystem interests you most right now? Is it AI conversations, automation, organization, workflows, business ideas, productivity, creator tools, client systems? Start noticing what naturally attracts your curiosity, because curiosity often points toward the direction you'll enjoy learning most. And in the next lesson, we're going to explore one of the biggest reasons beginners fail before they even build anything: mindset mistakes, unrealistic expectations, comparison, tool overload, and the hidden habits that stop progress early. If you're enjoying this course, subscribe and continue to the next lesson, because that's where your understanding starts becoming much clearer.